It comes to a point where you can't feed in the negativity. And Charleston White is poison for the culture. We don't need him. He over. Canceling. You're out of there.
Yo, some boy dirty.
What's up? Jordan Downs. You already know the deal, man. Y'all tuned in to Grape Street TV. And today we gonna hop in this reaction. We gonna react to Charleston White, the Scarecrow, straight up. So if you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man, straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when I drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen. Tap in. Now I got y'all attention. We finna break this reaction down to the very last compound. First and foremost, I wanna say salute to all the Mexicans, the blacks, the bloods, the Crips, the essays, and all the other race. And that's facts. But this dude, Charleston White, he's putting a lot of poison into the communities, and he's confusing the youth. And we gonna break this down to the very last compound. So y'all make sure y'all tapped in, and make sure y'all on that like button already. Let's get it. And first and foremost, Charleston White, he makes black men look bad because a lot of people judge people, you know, they stereotype a lot of people, and you got a person like that throwing so much smut and poison into the communities. So it's people that be on here and they watch it. And a lot of people root him on because, you know, I done seen a lot of comments of people saying, you know, well, what about this and what about that? What about that he's doing all this for this community? But yeah, you're doing that for your community. But at the end of the day, you're pouring a whole bag of poison into the community. Like, you're confusing people to where it's like some people want to get it right and pull it together. And then he throws all these slurs out there, you know. We understand. You hate gangbangers. You're not the only one. You're not alone. There's a lot of people out there that hates gangbangers, you know. But this dude, he likes to get online, criticize people, and say, you know, he's speaking his mind. Everybody's entitled to their opinion. But you don't get online and stir stuff up and try to make it seem like you so positive. Because it ain't no way in the world, if you positive, you're going to be online saying the things that you say. And one thing about this dude, he's a mind picker. He know how to play mind games. He know how to get the attention on him. And only a coward moves and says the things that he say because we all know what comes behind all that. Disrespecting the dead, disrespecting the other race, saying you violated women. Like, all that, you're pouring all that into the culture. So, all the good stuff you say you do don't mean nothing. Because anybody that could get on here and say the things that he said, they got to be sick in their mind. I'm reading all the comments, and it's a lot of people, like, you know, trying to go on his side, go against the people that's saying something about him. A lot of people saying y'all was rooting him on first. Y'all thought it was funny, and that nobody never rooted him on. And the people that rooted him on was the lost souls, the lost people out here that was watching him. And, you know, I don't pay that type of stuff no mind. But once that stuff start going viral and getting shared around, and you're saying this about these different people, you're saying this about the youth, saying this about the culture, you saying this about different race. And the most biggest thing he did when he disrespected all those kids, when he said F those kids. And that's facts. You got to stop and check yourself. A lot of these people need help. Like, I made a post about it, and, you know, somebody was like, what about when such and such died, these people died, where was the people at? That's not my concern, because everybody is not on this positive road. You got some people feeding into the negativity, some people stuck in racism. And, you know, I got a comment with the guy saying, you know, we was in slavery for 400 years. You wasn't in slavery for 400 years. Nobody lives for 400 years. but we understand what happened back then, and you know, we living in a whole nother generation. You know, stuff has changed. It's not the same. You can't stay stuck like that and be like, we was in slavery for 400 years. You wasn't in slavery. Your ancestors was. And things was changed about time you was born. Because if you old enough to be on here and you got your youth, that means you wasn't around back then. You know? Like some people be stuck in a mind frame that they done grew up and learned, and what people putting that poison in their mind. You know, forget these people. Yeah, we don't like these people. These people did that. But the thing is, he's talking about Mexican kids. And you know, Mexicans didn't put you in slavery. If that's where you want to place yourself and say you was in slavery for 400 years. So even if a certain race put you in slavery, a kid is innocent to any situation. They shouldn't be put in no matter. Shouldn't nobody put them in some type of poison way to, you know, dish out towards the internet for people to see, because it makes you look weak. Anybody that preys on kids, you know what I mean, is a thumbs down. You should be out of here. You shouldn't even have your freedom. You shouldn't even have your life. And that's facts. Y'all better wake y'all game up and listen and pay attention, because all the stuff that he says on the internet, me, myself, and other people that do these YouTube vlogs, they would have got your channel up out of here. So it's something about they want him to get those messages across the world. Y'all gotta pay attention to that. Like, don't acknowledge it. Don't click on it. Don't watch it, because it's poison. I don't care about nothing what he's saying, nothing positive that he ever done. I do not care about none of that, because he's tearing the culture down today. You know? And he out there in Texas, and he walk around freely. They say, oh, he got his gun license, he got his gun. He's saying a whole lot of stuff, you know. California operate a lot different from other places. You couldn't be walking around out here saying all that stuff and doing all that stuff, playing with the culture, you know. He basically like keeping up mess on the internet. Like, you got people commenting, you got some of the youth that don't fully understand life yet. So when they see these things, they think that's how all black people think. That's how all black people are. They're all fucked up. They, you know, they point the finger at us and, you know, talk about us and try to rip us off. And he's making it seem like, you know, black people are poison. And a lot of people don't see that. Y'all not reading through the message. He's criticizing, you know, the whole black community. He tore the black community down, broke it down on the internet and was doing all that. And then when he seen that guy, oh, he started shifting and going back to the gangbangers and tearing some of them down. And then he kept going. And now he's going on to the next race. You know, he talked about white folks. Now he's talking about Mexicans. What's next? He's not a stupid guy. He got some smarts up here, but he uses smarts for the wrong things. Like, and that's facts. Like, when he put stuff out like that, and he get on some racist stuff, if you notice, that caused the youth and these vloggers to be searching the internet and finding things that black people are doing to other race. Y'all don't see that. It's like he putting poison in the minds of the people that's on the internet, because they watching it like, ooh, let me see. Let me search over the black. They bringing up old videos, you know, scratching the scab off old sores and bringing blood to the situation, because that's all it's gonna do. That type of stuff starts race wars, and it starts a lot of BS in the streets, and that's facts. Now, yet this guy has never been to prison, you know, to even feel like that about another race, because some people turn that way when they go to jail. But you know, jail is different politics. But he's never been to prison to be speaking on Mexicans, to have a reason to hate Mexicans, because in Texas, it's a lot of Mexicans. So y'all gotta pay attention. He's doing these things on purpose. He's out there with a lot of Mexicans and a lot of dudes that's not doing nothing to him, and not putting him in his place and checking him for getting on the internet and putting this fuck shit on there. You know, you got a few dudes out here calling him out. Look at him, man. He look like Master Splinter, a little rat. That's all he is. Who want to put their hands on a little rat? Not I. And for his reason hating, game bangers, I don't know why. He just says a lot of little different things, but something happened to him. Charleston White, something happened to you. Some game bangers did something to you. And that's facts. And if that's the case, bring it out the closet. Free your mind. Go get you some counseling. Go get you some help. Because stirring up stuff on the internet and try to make people think how you think and make people think, oh, he got a point to what he's saying, ain't no point to that, man. Can't no positivity be mixed with negativity and seem like a good thing. Y'all gotta pay attention to this, man. I don't know how y'all looking at it and how y'all see it, but y'all gotta pay attention. It's a lot of people saying like, when you put something out on him, he the biggest troll of all, he gonna troll. You can't troll me. My backyard clean. And that's facts. So, ain't nobody worried about Charleston White. Nobody's gonna get on here and threaten somebody else. If you feel like doing something to somebody, you're not gonna get on here and say it. Why? So he could get online and say he gonna send you to jail? You can't send somebody to jail for not doing nothing, for speaking facts. So we ain't gonna feed into this police type of activities, But we know, Charleston White, you can't fight. What, you about 80 pounds wet? We don't care about none of that. People talking about the form in your punch when you punched and you did this and you did that. That don't mean nothing, because it's a lot of OG cats and older cats and mid-age cats that been doing a lot of this on the internet. Yap, 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 yap. I'm doing this, I'm working out, know what I mean? But when it's time to go down, your performance is at the lowest. And that's facts. And one thing for sure, I don't need nobody coming on here getting in the comments talking about, or what about when they did this to the black people? Or the black people did this to, these people. I don't want to hear nothing about the past, because that does not give you the right or no reason to conduct yourself in a racist way. And that's facts. I don't care what's going on in life. You don't scoop down to that level. We on here shaping the youth, spitting number facts, giving reality checks. I don't care about all that other stuff, that bad, negative energy that you done researched and you want to bring it up to a situation that has nothing to do with happened to, the people in the past. We talking about now. We trying to bring the culture back as of now. It failed back then, but we trying to shape it and bring it back. And this guy's putting too much poison into the culture. So I don't care about nobody that has anything good to say about him. Now here comes the reality check. Like, I'm from Watts. We did not live through that stuff that the other people, went through. The blacks and the Mexicans got along. We had small altercations, but nothing too big to where it spilled over to some type of race war in Watts. We conduct ourselves in a different way. You get checked. You get beat up for doing certain things to different race. I grew up on both sides of the culture. I got a Mexican mother. So I understand when it comes to racism and how people think. People shouldn't even be thinking the way they think. People just watch a lot of poison stuff and they've been, involved into a poison community where maybe they don't like the other race. And I never understood that. Because, in Watts, we spent the night at each other's house. Different race. We ate at each other's house. We took trips together. And that's facts. I done seen some of my black friends leave with their Mexican friends to go to Mexico with them to visit their family and come back with all kind of things. We treat each other like family. So the things that everybody going around on the internet saying this and that and this, it doesn't have to be that way. That's just what you choose to do. Charleston White is a perfect example of a man that went through a lot of things in his life. He got a lot of skeletons in his closet. He's mad at the world. A lot of things happen to him. It's a lot of other OGs out here like that too. They try to live up to something and they could never be it. They couldn't walk in them shoes. They could talk that talk though. And some people get booted out the gang culture or do something snitch. And here they go. They put the poison into the culture. You didn't make the cut. So now you hate the culture. And that's facts. A A lot of these people are just sick in the mind. They need a little help. They need a little counseling. Instead of rooting these people on and, adding views to their clout, you need to be blocking these cats. He's a cat that needs to be banned, blocked, kicked in his a-hole, and that's facts. With that being said, we don't play with the dead, we don't disrespect kids, and we don't disrespect other race. These are things you should have to answer to, and that's facts. What far is he gonna say about me? He on Grape Street TV talking positive, but they are diamonds in the dirt. Meaning, it's good people that do come from the slums. We live and we learn, and we turn our life lessons into blessings. We don't get on here and beat on the culture and hit them over their head and tell them they ain't nothing, they stupid. We try to change them and show them the way, and that's facts. So don't feed into the negativity. Shout out to the black, the brown, and all the other race around the world, and that's facts. Let's keep it together. Keep these trolls out of here. Don't pay these fake OGs no mind. Everybody on here acting like a kid, acting like, they killers, and acting like they want to fight everybody and do all the other stuff. You should have did that back in the days when you was young. And maybe you won't be on the internet trying to prove who you are and let the culture know that you a real type of individual. And that's facts. So if you ain't hit that like or that subscribe button yet, then that's what you need to be doing. But if not, y'all already know the deal with me, man. I'm gonna bust y'all across y'all head with some knowledge every time, man. Straight up. And make sure y'all hit that bell for all notifications. So when I drop these reactions right here, they pop up on your timeline like the chicken pox. Boop, 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 boop. Y'all already know the deal with me, man. Listen. Tap in.
Yo, some boy